Wise. Fairy says that she saw Xingyang and Xingyi handing out questionnaires near the metro station. Let's go find them. Alright. Let's make our way out to the metro station. Alright, so I believe the metro station should be down this way. Go ahead and get a scratch off. Alright. Oh, there they are.
Criminal cases have been rampant lately. To raise safety awareness among citizens, Janus Quarter Public Security has launched the Safety Awareness Month campaign. We'll be holding a seminar at the Lumina branch soon. Please come and join us if you have time.
A public security event? Oh, how nostalgic. I participated in such an event years ago, you see. It was somewhat reminiscent of a coffee tasting event. I even had the chance to offer everyone present some freshly ground coffee, albeit it wasn't a top-shelf roast. Oh, it's a shame public security's facilities now smell of air fresheners everywhere. No longer suitable places for enjoying coffee while freely conversing.
What do you mean?
Of course, while fine wines develop into richer experiences with time, other worthy items can go bad. Oh, I'm talking of coffee beans. So, to prevent the coffee beans at my shop from facing a sorrowful fate, I have to go grind them properly. I'm afraid I can't make the event. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Mr. Enzo, according to our data, you're running a remodeling shop on 6th Street. Would you be interested in attending the seminar?
Well, hey, it's not often I get invited out by two young ladies, so I'd love to join you. Unfortunately, my second aunt's grandfather's son's cousin is getting married that day. I can't miss such an important family event.
Huh, I understand. In that case, I hope your relative has a great wedding.
I have a customer coming soon to collect his car. I better get back to it.
Good morning, Juyuan, Jingyi.
Good morning, Wise. Belle.
Here are our questionnaires. We've decided to attend the seminar.
Wonderful. If it weren't for you two, we wouldn't have recruited a single participant yet.
Qingyi, that's blunt.
So what? It's the truth. Besides, it's not like they're strangers, right?
Yeah, right. But how come nobody on 6th Street wants to go to the seminar? Everyone here is usually pretty welcoming.
Is there anything we can do to help?
Now that you mention it, there is something I'd like to ask you. Some of the residents on 6th Street only registered their names, but didn't fill in their addresses. Do you know where they live?
Oh, let me see. Asha, General Chop. Spike should be one of our members, an older gentleman. We know all these people.
How about we help you take the questionnaires to them?
That's a good idea. 6th Street doesn't usually have much interaction with public security. So if they see officers handing stuff out all of a sudden, they might be wary and refuse. If it's a neighbor who brings them the questionnaire, maybe they'll be more open to it.
Oh, we wouldn't want to trouble you.
No worries. It's no big deal.
Juyuan, since they're willing, we should let them help.
Okay, thank you. Really. Let's split up and meet back here later then.
Alright, we have to go find Aisha, General Chop, and Spike, and give them the public security survey. Aisha and General Chop should be at their stores about now, right? As for Spike, he left his address when he registered for as a member of the store. Fairy's gonna send it over. Alright. Okay, let's make our way over here. Hello, you two. It's been a while since I saw you both at the arcade together. Are you here to play some matches? Not today, Aisha. We're here for something else today. Could you take a look at this survey? Oh, you're searching for new movie genres to stock in your store? It's actually a public security survey. Ah, don't tell me that you guys got busted by public security and now you're doing community service. Were you selling pirated videos or burning illegal discs, or... Is that how you see us? I'm just kidding. There's too many secretive residents on 6th Street, and you siblings give off somewhat of a mysterious vibe. I wouldn't be surprised if I found out one day that you were the #1 most wanted on public security's The Most Wanted list. That's about right, but anyways, thanks for your approval. Tell Aisha about the public security survey. I see, so you're just helping out the officer, you know. Well, as long as you're okay, that's what matters. Actually, last time I was in Lumina Square, I saw public security had set up a promotional booth. I heard that one day at the lectures, lots of media outlets will be in town conducting interviews. Seems like public security is really putting a lot of effort into this exchange event. It might be worth checking out, don't you think? Exchange event. That may be the case for regular citizens like you and me, but for some people, it could mean something entirely different. Some people? Nothing. I was just mumbling to myself. Anyways, thanks for bringing the survey over, but unfortunately, I don't really have time that afternoon. Please pass that on to the officers for me. Alright. Doesn't look like General Trop is just normal area. General Trop isn't in his shop today. You're here to see the owner? He said some ingredients had arrived and he went to go sign for them. He'll be back soon. In that case, we'll have to come back later. Oh, what's back here? Spike should live here. Try ringing the doorbell. Darn salespeople, never ends. I said it time and time again. I've got no teeth, so I don't need your electric toothbrush. No, actually What? Not the toothbrush? Then, well, I've got no hair. So I don't need your darn curling iron either. Spike, we're the managers from Random Play. Oh, the video store. One moment. Soon after, the door finally opens. Oh, both of you came out. How many videotapes have we forgotten to return this time? I'm sorry, my memory's short. I'm old. No, we're actually here for something else. Could you please take a look at the survey? Now there's an unsettling face. That bringer lad, isn't it? Sorry, my eyesight isn't what it used to be. I can't read the words clearly. Could you youngsters read it for me? You tell Spike about the public security event. For the sake of urban security and the safety of us residents. That sounds lovely. If they really cared about the residents, they wouldn't be chasing after the proxies. In the end, the benefit is just for tops. Thank you folks for bringing this survey over, but as you can see, these legs of mine aren't so stable. I really don't want to go wandering off as far as Lumina Square. Could you please tell the officers? I had a bad feeling from the moment that Aisha spoke. Sure enough, Spike refused as well, and they were clearly hinting at something. General Trop's the only one left. I'm not sure if General Trop's back yet or not. Let's go take a look. Like, it's one thing to, like, not like the government, but, like, well, it's not actually surprising that none of them was joining. To be honest, that's probably the most realistic part about this entire sequence.
Hello, Eyes. Belle? Some customers mentioned you were looking for me. I understand you're helping those 2 officers from public security hand out questionnaires?
So, you already know.
One of the perks of running a store on the street is being well informed. Anyway, please tell the officers I have other things to tend to that day.
I knew it. I had a feeling General Chop would say no before we even got here. And after I told Ju Yuen and Qingyi we could help.
Oh, have other people said no too?
Yeah. Asha, Spike. Oh, and I think Tin Master and Enzo said no this morning too.
Is there something going on?
It's no big secret. It's just some of us older residents on 6th Street know some things you're not aware of. Do you two know who the guy on the questionnaire cover is?
Isn't that Inspector Bringer? I heard he came up with the event.
Then have either of you heard of the Hollow Hero from the Eridu period?
I've never heard of it.
Well, for a while back then, that's what the residents called Bringer. Before the fall of the old capital, Bringer happened to be the commanding officer in my precinct. After being promoted from the front line, despite being an inspector, he still got involved at the ground level and interacted with the residents, so they regarded him highly. Then, he went missing in a hollow during a rescue mission. But just when everyone thought he was done for, he miraculously made it back out. Just like that, he became known as the Hollow Hero. He was then transferred to the HQ in Janus Quarter and quickly advanced to the ranks over the years.
That's a pretty inspiring story.
It used to be, but these days, people say the Hollows have drained the Hollow Hero of all his courage. Now, Bringer presents himself as a hard worker, but we older residents can see through it. He's just putting on an act in front of the cameras. What's more, in recent years, he's clearly been cozying up to Tops. He's implemented a number of measures under the guise of benefiting the public, but it's those big corporations that benefit in the end. He's aiming for commander of Janus Quarter in the upcoming municipal election, launching a safety campaign right now, even putting his own image on the questionnaire. His motives are pretty clear, don't you think?
Sounds like Inspector Bringer is trying to advertise himself through the seminar.
Exactly. Holding the seminar is a good thing, but I can't go knowing what Bringer is up to.
Thanks for telling us all this, General Chop.
I'm just sorry I can't be of help this time around.
Well, we visited all the neighbors. It might be awkward, but it's probably time we go back and tell Ju Yuen and Qingyi the news.
Alright. So they should just be down here at the street's end.
We've gone up and down 6th Street, but we haven't even gotten 10 people to register for the seminar.
We've done our best. Let's get a drink and take a break.
Hey, easy for you to say, but the conference hall we're in can fit 300 people, you know? As things stand, it'll be more than half empty.
Inspector Bringer must have chosen this area because there's a lot of residents nearby, thinking it'd be easier to find people to participate. Shame many of them are from his previous precinct. A lot of them have complaints about him. I was just wondering why you're in such low spirits today, when I've never seen you discouraged by difficult tasks before. But then I remembered. The inspector saved your life once. Not being able to accomplish what we'd hoped, on top of seeing him come under fire. It must make you feel even worse.
If Bringer hadn't rescued me in that hollow back then, I wouldn't even be here, let alone be a public security officer. I understand he's no longer the hero he used to be, but can someone who gave up his anti-corruption gear to a child be such a bad guy? Sure, he's had some dealings with Tops, but it's inevitable, especially when many of our devices are jointly developed with Tops. And besides, doesn't he always say he lacks sufficient authority to make changes? If he gets elected, maybe he might be able to turn public opinion around.
Worshipping an undeserving deity is sycophancy. Failure to act when action is needed shows a lack of courage.
What?
It means when someone flatters undeserving people, it's considered an act of sycophancy. If one should stand up for what is right but remains indifferent, it shows that person is a coward. As public security officers, we need to be clear about what we should and shouldn't do. There may be many different ways to interpret Inspector Bringer's actions, but only he knows whether he has a clear conscience. If his deeds were pure, even if he's misunderstood for the time being, things will work out in the end.
Yeah, you're right. Hold on, someone's coming.
Sorry, are we interrupting you two?
Oh, we were just chatting. Did you go talk to the residents?
We gave them the questionnaire, but they all happened to be busy on that day. Sorry for not being very helpful.
Oh, it's okay. We're just grateful you tried it all. We're almost done with distributing the questionnaires here, too. Then, Chingy and I will be heading back to the office.
Wait a minute! Officers! Oh, good. You didn't go. Oh.
General Chop, did you run all the way here? Why?
It's hard to explain, but just now, there was a crime committed over there, and it's at a stalemate. Please, officers, you have to go take a look.
A crime? Let's go check out the scene.
Great. Please, follow me.
Wise, let's go see what's going on.
Alright, what type of crime was committed? Did someone steal something? Seems like it's just back here. Hello, you two. It all took place just ahead of us. Who knew there would be so many onlookers already? What happened with this truck? This case is actually connected to that Pegasus logistics truck, but how exactly I can't really say. Anyways, you two can go check it out yourselves.
If you say there's officers nearby, then let them come and weigh in. I mean, what possible argument could there be? They were caught in the act.
Sir, caught in the act doesn't seem fair. It's similar to seeing only foam on a cup of barley latte and declaring it isn't coffee.
Calm down now, gentlemen. We're public security officers. What's going on here?
Officers, you're finally here. It's like this. I'm Gale. I'm a driver for Pegasus Logistics. I was making a delivery in the neighborhood. I'd finished the delivery and was calling the next client when I heard a suspicious thud from the back of my truck. Startled by the noise, I quickly rushed over, only to find all my ducks flying and running out of the cargo compartment. A flustered Bang Boo was caught at the scene of the crime. This is that very Bang Boo.
Look, Wise, isn't that Bang Boo give change from the 141 convenience store?
Officers, I saw the whole thing. There was no one around when it happened except this Bang Boo. I'm sure it opened my cargo compartment. Those ducks inside are a new specially bred variety. They're worth a fortune. Losing just one or two of them will cost me more than a month's salary.
I've taken your statement, sir. Bang Boo, do you have anything to add?
Hey, what do you mean the door was open? I know you opened the door and let all the ducks out!
Sir, if I might say, I think you're being too harsh on Give Change. Officers, as Give Change's neighbor, I must say something on their behalf. I know them well, and I'm sure they wouldn't do anything like this.
Then tell me, why was my cargo compartment open despite being locked? Officers, there's been tons of Bang Boo committed crimes in the city lately. You gotta help me find evidence linking this Bang Boo to the crime, so we can hold it accountable for my losses.
This isn't just about Give Change's reputation, officers. They could lose their job. You simply must uncover the truth and prove Give Change's innocence.
The only time I've seen Tin Master this agitated is when I asked for instant coffee.
I can't believe there's been a crime on 6th Street, and that Give Change has gotten mixed up in it.
Wise, Give Change was already working at 141 when we first moved here. I just don't believe it'd do something like this. But Give Change was the only one there when the driver realized what had happened, so it's hard to explain. Look, people are leaving. Have Jiyuan and Qingyi resolved the incident? Let's go see what's going on.
Hi, Belle. Hi, Wise.
We overheard what happened earlier. Does the crowd leaving mean everything has been resolved?
Not yet, unfortunately. We discussed the situation and managed to calm everyone down.
Might I ask what the situation is now?
We took a look around the truck, and we didn't find anything suspicious, other than the traces left by the escaped ducks. There are no security cameras in the area, so all that's left to be checked is the Bangbu's visual record and the truck's anti-theft system. And to review both of those, professional technicians are needed, so we don't have an immediate conclusion.
Will that take a long time?
I'm afraid so. It'll take about 2 or 3 days. Both the driver and Give Change will have their daily routine disrupted somewhat during this time. After we explained the situation, the driver said his main concern is the whereabouts of the cargo. As long as he can deliver the shipment on time today, he's willing to reconcile. So, Tin Master and some other residents of 6th Street went to look for the ducks.
In that case, Wise, let's hurry up and go help too.
We'll accompany you as well.
Oh? I thought you were going back to the precinct.
The driver may have proposed a solution, but there's a likelihood of further conflict until all the ducks are recovered, so we can't just walk away. Junior officers would usually be responsible for these types of cases, but handing the task over would take time, and we don't want residents to think public security is evading our responsibility to the public. And there's something suspicious about this incident, so Qingyi and I decided to look for other clues while searching for the ducks.
Jiyuan, Qingyi, thank you. Then let's get going. We're pretty good at finding things, right, bro?
Wise, can we talk? What's up? Acting all so mysterious. Duh, of course, there's something I wanted to discuss with you. When it comes to finding things on 6th Street, we've got a very resourceful little helper. You know what I'm saying? Ah, finally an opportunity for Fairy to show her chops. Yep, Fairy should be able to pinpoint exactly where the ducks are hiding. I've already asked her to mark out any suspicious locations nearby. Then we can focus on the places that she marked out for us. Suspicious places? There are far too many. Yeah, we need to check quite a few places. Since there are 4 of us, how do you feel about splitting up? I'll go with Zingy, and you can team up with Zuyan. That should speed things up considerably. Alright, it's decided then. Alright, so let's go ahead and meet up with Zuyan. That is... investigate the remodeling shop, okay. Huh? You think that there might be ducks behind this door? Oh, Wise. I can definitely hear ducks quacking coming from behind this door. But we were miles away from here. How did you notice this place? I just had a vague feeling. Are you talking about the instincts? Sounds like something Zingy would say. The name of the store is Turbo. Ah, so this is Enzo's shop. But he doesn't look to be in. The door's locked tight. What's that sound? It seems like there was an accident in the intersection. Let's go take a look. Oh, shoot. Oh my, what happened here? That really gave me a fright. I'm a public security officer. Can you tell me what happened here? I don't have a clue. I really don't know. It happened so fast. Ma'am, you look quite frightened. Wise, Miss Public Security Officer, allow me to explain. Miss Megan is a customer of mine, and she's here to get her vehicle repaired. When she was about to leave, the car suddenly turned and rammed into this bamboo. Did the car have similar issues prior to this incident? Never. I came to get a repair done because its trunk switch wasn't working, and that was the only issue I had. But it just went out of control for some reason. This public security officer, please believe me, I absolutely did not break the law. I can attest to that. Its directions were a little off just now. I'll take a look at it immediately. Who does this bamboo belong to? Oh, don't worry about it. A friend of mine left it here. It should be fine. Just a plug-in error caused by impact. I'll fix it up later. Alright, I can deal with basic issues. Oh, I almost forgot that you know a thing or two about this too. Alright, I'll leave the little guy to you. Alright, let's go ahead and fix up the bamboo. Flip this, flip this, flip that. Flip that, and boom. We were just in a car accident. Huh. Large white and green metal box suddenly took a turn. It seems that it really is a vehicle malfunction accident, like she said, and Mr. Enzo said. Wise, thanks for fixing the little guy for me, but it'll take a little more time to find out what's wrong with the car. Alright, I saw you look around my store. Were you looking for me? Actually, I think a duck ran inside your shop. Ah, I see. I'll open the door for you now. Ah, this really is inside the store. This is great, I found one now. Thanks for helping me out, Mr. Enzo. You're welcome. Wise, I've heard about the incident Give Change was involved in. I should help out too. But something strange is about Miss Megan's car, and she's very anxious. I have to help her first. Do what you need to first. We can look for the ducks. I'll leave it to you for now then. I'll come help out after I'm done with over there. Wild duck out of his cage. Alright. So what's going on over here? Drinks crate. Hey, I think that something was shaking inside this drink box. Ah, it's just a crumpled up ball of paper. Looks like the wind just blew it over. The ball of paper has been soaked by the rain. But I can still make out a few words. My life is growing duller by the day. Only now do I realize how stupid I was before, and how much I've let you down. Forgive me and come back to me, okay? Judging by the condition of the paper right now, you have a pretty good idea of how the recipient responded. Despite being a tragedy, there's no use in holding on to regrets. People have to take responsibility for their own actions. Since becoming a public security officer, I've witnessed this too many times to count. There's some more words in the back. Oh yeah, let's see. I swear to completely forget about Melania, Sansa, Eleanor, Yauzia, because you are my true love. Okay. So yeah, I think we know about how this went. Huh. Is the person who wrote this letter really apologizing? Why does it feel like they're bragging? Good, at least it's not a tragedy anymore. Correct as you may be, it's best to practice not to snoop into other people's private affairs. We should get down to business. Alright, let's go check out the convenience store. Ah, there you are, Wise. What are you doing standing here? Obviously because there's a truck right under the convenience. Obviously because there's a duck under that convenience store truck. See, it's right there. What are you waiting for then? Easy for you to say. It's hiding so far underneath the truck that there's no way we can reach it. Maybe we need to come up with another plan. Are you trying to sound like a hawk? You know they're the main predator of ducks, right? From what I know about my brother, he's probably just trying to mimic some duck-like species. Come on, cut me some slack. Maybe we can get the truck underneath to start the car. Maybe the duck will run out if they feel the car moving. That makes sense. I'll go find the convenience store, Bang Boo. Oh, let's ask. Huh. So maybe there's just technical issues going on with all the cars, because that would make sense. Because it shouldn't be a coincidence that 3 vehicles had issues in the same morning. So we just need to figure out what's going on with the vehicles. Huh. Don't worry, we'll find all the lost docs and the officers will get to the bottom of this accident. And you won't be separated. But what are we going to do now about the duck under the truck? The best place is to find a helping hand and is at the end of your own arm. Okay, let me handle this. Zingy pushes the truck over to the side. Phew. That duck was still stunned, and I just went ahead to grab it. You got some incredible strength, Zingy. Now that we've retrieved this duck, let's look somewhere else. Alright. Huh? This is a DM from Fairy. Seems like a biological signal that has been detected near the back of the parking lot. Let's go take a look. Great, got another duck. And let's go check out the parking lot. Oh, it's a small little duck. Okay. You think you just hide here and everything would be fine? How naive. Listen, you may be a fugitive, but it's not too late to turn things around. I suggest you surrender and turn yourself in. What is going on here? You two running some drama class or something? Zingy, we better grab it before it runs away again. Thank you two for your work. The drivers just DM'd the others. Also have to send the ducks back to... Oh my gosh, I can't read today. Thank you for your hard work. The driver just DM'd the others. Also... Oh wait. Others have also sent back the ducks that they found while they were searching. Plus, the one we caught. That's all of them. Alright, great job. The ducks were all hiding in really obscure spots. It was all thanks to you for noticing all those places. If I hadn't been with you the whole time, I might have suspected that you were actually the one hiding the ducks. Or that you had some other way of knowing all the ducks were going around the neighborhood. She's not to be taken lightly. See, I know it's supposed to be a compliment, but it came out quite weird. Oh, I'm sorry, I only meant to say that these two can make good public security officers. Now that we found all the ducks, let's get back to the truck. Cool, let's go. One sec, Wise. Look over there. Our headlights are flashing. Let's go check it out first. Alright.
Ugh, really, Wise? You totally forgot to turn off the lights last time you drove the car.
That's weird. I definitely turned them off. Also, it was dark when I came back, so I'd have noticed if I'd left the lights on.
Huh? What's going on? I can't turn off the lights.
Is something wrong with the switch?
I don't know, but nothing happens when I press it. The battery's gonna die at this rate. I'd better manually disconnect the lights for now. How weird. The car got serviced not that long ago. I just figured something would go wrong all of a sudden.
Hey, is it just my imagination, or does this situation seem familiar?
What's wrong, Chingy? Something on your mind?
All the incidents we've encountered today are somehow related to vehicles.
Now that you mention it, you're right. The van in the convenience store wouldn't start. The car that just pulled out of the remodeling shop broke down. And now Weisenbell's car lights won't turn off. If we count the missing ducks from Pegasus Logistics, that's already 4 vehicles involved.
If we count the car accident the other afternoon, that's 5 in total.
That one wouldn't have happened if you hadn't been distracted while walking, Belle.
But that wasn't totally my fault, Wise. My cell phone suddenly malfunctioned, and it distracted me.
Belle's cell phone malfunctioned before the car accident at Lumina Square? What kind of malfunction?
She said her phone suddenly lost signal, and a bunch of colorful stripes appeared on the screen. But it went back to normal soon after.
I knew it.
Remember, Qingyi? The driver said he was on the phone at the time of the car accident. If I'm right, something else must have been going on back then.
Right. That's probably why Give Change said it felt dizzy too.
Just a sec. Could you tell us what you're talking about?
I think we finally figured out what's really behind all the recent incidents. For now, let's get the ducks back and see if we can confirm a few things along the way. Meet us near the truck later, and I'll explain everything.
Alright. Let's return to the truck. Alright. So, I guess I was right that there's something going on that's causing everything to malfunction.
Zhu Yuan and Qingyi told us to wait for them here. Did they come by?
Oh, yeah. Here's all that happened. They just came and measured the Bangbu's electrical current data logs, asked a weird question, then left in a hurry.
Could you tell us what they asked?
They asked me if my cell phone had malfunctioned in any way, since I'd been on the phone during the incident. My phone actually did turn itself off out of nowhere, but how did they know that?
Wait, your cell phone malfunctioned too? Something just occurred to me. All the accidents lately, could they be caused by EMP?
You're quite right, Belle.
Zhu Yuan, Qingyi, you're back.
Have you ever heard of an EMP emitter, sir?
I can't say I have. What's that?
When activated, it causes a sudden change of current in nearby electronic equipment, resulting in component failures or, at worst, completely burning out the equipment. Using EMP, someone could open the electronic lock on your van without even touching it, easily. At the moment your door was opened, not only did your phone malfunction, but Give Change experienced a sudden surge of current, all indicative of an EMP attack.
So you mean this Bangbu is a victim just like me? And someone else is at fault?
Yes, we believe that to be the case.
I shouldn't have been so hot-headed. What I said before... Give Change, I'm sorry I misjudged you. You have my sincerest apology. So, who is the culprit, officers? Have you caught them?
Don't worry. Our colleagues are checking the surveillance records. We should be able to identify the culprit real soon. They launched multiple EMP attacks today, so if we check all the passers-by near the crime scenes, we can narrow down our search.
Officer Zhu Yuan, we've investigated the surveillance records and have a suspect. We are currently tracking him near the street exit. Should we detain him for questioning?
Immediately. Well done.
Understood. Officer, the suspect has fled. He's heading toward your location.
Qingyi, come on, we'll stop him.
Okay.
Stop there!
Hey, what are you doing?
This is Ju Yuen. The suspect has fled into the hollow. We're pursuing him inside.
Copy that.
I'd have thrown it harder if I'd known he was so tough.
How are things going?
The culprit ran into the hollow and we're going after him. You two can head back now.
Let's follow them and see what happens, Wise.